So chat, I'm about, what is that, 4, so that I'm about 24 minutes into tomorrow's video. And I was like, wait, hold on. I can record, um, me recording. This is actually gonna be a little bit embarrassing because the way I record is, again, I don't script anymore. The only thing I have scripted is this intro right here. Oh damn, this is kind of it's actually a spoiler. So if you don't want a spoiler for what I'm talking about for tomorrow, click off this video. If you want to see my process of recording, then continue watching. Go. I don't want. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, bro. Again, we're back late at night recording. I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't even my fault. I started recording back at like, I think like 8:30, bro. We're at 11:30 now because I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, I got rid of scripting, but there's some complex ideas and topics. And this video specifically, I have to like genuinely do research. Like, you guys see all the tabs I have open, bro. I have a doc full of like gay extra messages. And like, you see what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy. I looked up even deformity, bro. Like, yeah, I'm yapping at this point. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm saying I don't know how long I want this video to be, but let's record this part of this video. I'm gonna see. Okay, maybe I want to continue talking, or maybe I end the video. Maybe I'll just settle for a 30-minute video. But let's go, chat. So, yeah, what was I talking about here? Linked in my previous video, so go check that out. Oh yeah, by the way, oh damn, is it gonna be hard to like see which like gambler you're hearing? It's probably gonna be a little bit here. Let me put down this volume. So like, okay, let me see. I'm gonna talk. Over here is how loud my voice is, and how loud is this right here. I talked about that in length in my previous video. So hold on. I talked about that in length in my. I'm not gonna lie. That I gotta put it down so you guys can basically like hear the difference between this and this. Go check that out. I guess I could hear it anyways, so alright chat, let's start. Go check that out. But the next thing that I want to go over is but the next myth that I want to go over but the next myth that I want to go over is oh, okay. But the next myth I want to go over is something actually regarding Sukuna. Wait. What did I just talk about again? Oh shit. I'm sorry, chat. I was literally I was scrolling on my phone, so I forgot what I was talking about. I remember there was some like narrative. Oh, okay. Check that out. But the next myth I want to go over is Sukuna again. Sukuna is Sukuna again. And it's actually regarding his world cut and slash, so I guess we're doing a full circle. There is a myth in the community that Sukuna's world cutting slash doesn't travel and it teleports on you. I will be the first one to tell you. I mean, and this myth came from a super big YouTuber. Shout out to super. This is no shade towards him, but this is complete misinformation, and I have all the proof for you. Okay. Oh crap! I'm clicking the wrong things. Proof for you. I think the misconception came from the world cut and slash Sukuna shot at Kashimo in chapter 238. The slash, I'm not gonna lie, the slash does look like it just teleported right there, and it just there, and it bisected the floor, and it bisected the ground. But this goes into what again, like, wait, no. But this goes into something I really love about the JJK power system, and it's the consistency in it. Yes, I'm gonna continue glazing Gege for his consistency, bro. Like, there's no holes in his story. what happened here is that Sukuna's dismantle just simply expanded. I know this sounds crazy, but please hear me out. Like, this is consistent in the story. I know this sounds crazy, but please hear me out. This is generally something that happens in the series. Alright, and then when I hit that like 5-minute mark, you know, 5 minutes, maybe like 5, yeah, you see 5 minutes. Is there an example of one that goes longer or shorter? Nah, yeah. Now I do like 5 minutes, and I stop at a good time to stop, right? I imagine my edits. I'm talking to you guys, by the way. I imagine my edits, right? So like right here, generally something that happens in the series. I'm either going to put like the clip of Sukuna slashing Mahoraga, or I'm gonna put Gambler I'm gonna put one of the Gambler emotions, right? That's what I'm gonna do over there. And I press File, Export Audio, and then I put Myth 5. Right? This one, obviously Audio 1. I exported that. That was Myth 1, Myth 2, Myth 3, Myth 4, Myth 5, right? Mute that. Go back, tracks, add new, stereo track, and then we start a new one, right? And the reason why I was like, okay, we're like 24 minutes into the video, because obviously quick maths, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 4 minutes into this, 24. So now we're about 25 minutes into the video. I think maybe I'm gonna go for 30, but we'll see, chat. We'll see. So what was I talking about? Consistent in the story. Actually, okay, I just realized something I want to do instead. Damn, I'm trying to think. He doesn't fight. It's against the cursed spirit. It has to be. I'm being a little bit vocal because I'm recording myself now, but I will be thinking all these things in my mind. Let's see if it's here. No, it's not here. So I think the first time it's during the Mahoraga fight, so that's what I'll say. Oh yeah, I should probably like tell you guys. I mean, if you guys watched my previous video, I told you that I know what I'm gonna talk about, and I don't have to script it anymore, because I talk and like, not talk. I structure my video like it's scripted, even though it's not. I just have enough experience for that. Yeah. The first example that I can remember of this principle is during the Mahoraga fight. I always found it weird that Sukuna sent a slash at Mahoraga, and you can see the 3 slashes on him. And then the slashes go through Mahoraga, and the slashes become bigger on the building behind him. Like obviously, this slash in the background isn't as big as the ones that's on Mahoraga. Actually, a good one is, I just realized there's another one right here. Yeah. On Mahoraga. Funnily enough, this happens twice in the fight. Sukuna kicks Mahoraga, grabs his head, and shoots a dismantle. It doesn't go straight through Mahoraga, but it goes straight through the building behind them. Is Mahoraga the same size or even bigger than the building that it got slat? Is Mahoraga the same size or even bigger than the building that got slashed? No, right? So the slash has to increase as it continues going, right? Oh wow, I genuinely just remembered there's another example in the Kashimo fight. Oh wow, chat. In the Kashimo fight. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to like remember stuff right now as I'm doing this. I'll just duplicate this. Let's empty this out, bro. This looks like it's kind of nasty, doesn't it? I'll just do this because obviously, like, that's. Oh my gosh, chat. I'm just realizing, like, bro, what I'm saying literally makes sense. It's so crazy. Like, what I'm saying is a fact in the story. It's so, like, it's so insane. Oh, wow, chat. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. Now, I'm not gonna... Oh, yeah, right here. But let's do this instead. I could do that, or I could... No. Should I do this one, or... I'm trying to think of another example. I'm gonna just go with this one. Another example in the Kashimo fight. Bro, do you guys remember do you guys know the icon... during the Kashimo fight. I know you guys remember the waffle dismantle that Sukuna shot at him. People think that this is a special dismantle. No, it's not. It's just a dismantle that's been traveling. Remember, Sukuna threw that boy Kashimo and... remember, Sukuna threw that boy Kashimo and he sent a dismantle at him. We see the exact same dismantle being shot at Yuta and Yuji during Yuta's domain. The difference is we cannot see Sukuna. The difference is we cannot see Sukuna and... you know what? Hold on. Let me see this real quick. What's behind Sukuna right here? What's behind Kashimo? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there's nothing behind Kashimo, right? Like, I can say that. There's really nothing behind Kashimo. It's just a whole bunch of rocks. Well, it doesn't really matter. Right, it's just... Okay. During Yuta's domain. We see the exact same dismantle being shot at Yuta and Yuji during Yuta's domain. The difference is obviously the dismantle is just bigger. The difference is obviously Yuta and Yuji... Yuta's domain. At Yuta and Yuji during Yuta's domain. I mean, look at the pure distance between the waffle. I mean, look at the pure distance between the waffle dismantle that's coming towards Kashimo and Kashimo himself. And then Sukuna's behind that by a vast margin because of how big the dismantles are. Did I have another example? No, it was just that? Okay. So now taking this all the way back. So now taking this all the way back to the World Cut and Slash, obviously, taking this all the way back to World Cut and Slash. First off, I just remembered. First off, I just remembered, bro. When has anyone been able to get an extension of their curse technique that just teleports on someone? Like, that just doesn't make logical sense. Do you think that if Gojo started using hollow doesn't make logical sense. Do you think that Gojo can just teleport things on top of people? Like, that's just not how it works. That just doesn't make logical sense. Sukuna's entire thing is him sending slashes flying. Why would he have an ability that just teleports on you? It just makes no sense. Oh, nah. I just said it makes no sense twice. Sukuna's entire technique is sending slashes at you. The only time it's not is during his domain. Sukuna's entire technique is sending slashes at you. Okay. The only time it's during his domain. But regardless of that, we see the air coming from the world. But regardless of that, in the dismantle that we see shot at Kashimo, the air is there before. There is air near Sukuna itself because that's where we see air from Sukuna himself because that's where the dismantle came from. That's not the only thing. Kashimo dodges it. That's not the only thing. This dismantle dwarfs Kashimo. Like, how did it only hit his hand? The only logical assumption here is that Kashimo. The only logical assumption here is that Kashimo got hit with. The only logical assumption here is that Kashimo got hit with the smaller version. The only logical assumption here is that Kashimo got hit with the smaller variant of it. The only logical assumption here is that Kashimo got hit with the smaller version of it. This is a slash at the end of the day. Like, bro, I think we're forgetting that. If the dismantle was this big, why did it not just completely if the dismantle was this big from the get-go, why did Gojo's body not just disappear? Like, are you telling me that Gojo's body is so big that this hole did not obliterate the top half of his body? No. Obviously not. Because Gojo got hit with the smaller version of it. This is the same thing this is the same logic when we go into Higuruma. How did this big ass dismantle only cut off his arm? Because he got hit with the smaller version of it. And honestly, I wasn't even going to go over that, but and honestly, this isn't the only thing because I think Sukuna sent a World Cutter slash at Maki as well. People like to argue about this, but hold on. Slash at Maki as well. This is very blatantly a slash. This is very blatantly a slash that is traveling. Slash at Maki as well. This is very blatantly a slash that is traveling. This is very slash that is traveling. The only contention is the fact that people think. The only contention on this is the fact that people think Sukuna needs to do all three conditions: hand signs, chants, and pointing at the same time. I don't think that's the case. It's only emphasized to us that Sukuna lost World Cutter slash after Maki took off his other arm. So with two arms, all he has to do. So with two arms, he has to chant and make the hand signs, and then after those two, he can just shoot. He can just aim, but I could just say shoot. He can just shoot. After those two, he can just shoot. I'm trying to think of an example because I want to put away. I want to put away this assumption as well. Like, that's another myth in itself. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What could I say about this? Mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Okay. I just thought of it, chat. And then after those two, he can just shoot. After those two, he could just shoot. Think of it like this. Before. Think of it like this. Think of it like this. World, World Cutting Slash is an extension of Sukuna's curse technique. The process of making it turn. The process of turning his dismantles into the extension of it. The process of turning his dismantle into the extension of it is through the hand signs and the chants. Pointing has zero to do with turning a dismantle into World Cutting Slash. It is a requirement in shooting it though. He has to point as to where it's going. But the chants and the hand signs are the prerequisites to turn it into a World Cutting Slash. This is why before the binding vow, Sukuna would have had to. This is why before the binding vow, Sukuna would have had to just do the M10 hand sign. Do you think? Why do you think he needed to use the M10 hand sign? Do you think he just? Why do you think that is? It's because the M10 hand signs makes the difference between a dismantle and a World Cutting Slash. So all that yap aside, Sukuna shoots a World Cutting Slash at Maki. She dodges it because it's traveling. It's traveling. And I talk about this all the time. I think that Sukuna shot a World Cutting Slash at Yuta within his domain. And why didn't Yuta just obliterate? And why didn't Yuta just get obliterated by the slash? Because it wasn't big enough. By the slash. Because it wasn't big enough. Big enough. So yeah, I just want that out of it. So yeah, I just want that out of here, bro. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I just want that assumption out of here. Dismantles do it's consistent in the story that dismantles just increase as they continue going. It's super cool. Like, you really don't notice this unless you're a really avid reader of JJK. And of course, I'm here to put y'all on. So, hey. This is recording right? Like, if I start recording on this still, yeah, it's still working. Okay. So, hey. All right, what is the next thing to put y'all on? So, hey. Do I want to make this way longer, or should I just settle for like 30 minutes? Hold on, chat. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, right now we're at like 29 to 30 minutes right now, because maybe these like chip damage at the end, like that might add up to 30 minutes right now. I can turn this into like a 35-minute video if I continue going. I can turn this into a 40-minute video. I can turn it into a 30, like just like 32 minutes or something like that. Let's see what I'm gonna go ahead and do, chat. Let me see, chat. Currently making a choice. The question is, do I want to like torture myself with that? You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's kind of annoying. editing very, very long videos. It's not impossible, but it is annoying. Hold on, chat. The way I'm actually, bro, not many people are gonna be here, so the way I'm judging it is like based off, okay, like, is it even worth it for the RPM? You know what I mean? Because I do like very long videos, but a big reason is because RPM is super high on those. It doesn't, like what I said just now doesn't even sound crazy because it's a win-win. You know what I mean? It's a very entertaining video for people, and I'm making money off of it. Like, that's the point. Gojo versus Sukuna and Gen. Like, I can't see my RPM right now. Basically, chat, January is like supposed to be like the off month with RPM, right? I still don't know what my RPM is on the Sukuna video that I dropped on the first, because it's not here. Like, it's just, I don't know what's going on, bro. It's super weird. It's not showing me what my RPM is just yet. The reason why I want to check it is because, like, do I waste my time making my video super long, or do I continue, you know what I'm saying? It really depends on if people want to continue watching the video. Like, that's the biggest thing, right? Cause yeah, it really depends on that. Let me see, chat. Let me see. I'm not gonna lie. This video right here, it was 31 minutes and the RPM was like really good. But I guess that's because niggas, people were like actually engaged with the video and stuff like that. You know what, I'm gonna just go for 31 minutes. How about that, right? 31 minutes? Yeah. Let me check my Twitter real quick, though, chat. I think I'm about to get another banger, because this, like, I just saw the most ridiculous thing as I was making this video, bro. Like, chat. Oh, I deleted it, but, bro. Well, anyways. I'll let me stop wasting you guys' time, bro. You guys aren't here to hear me like scroll on Twitter. Let me finish this. So here to put y'all on. So hey. Okay, so right here, we're probably at 30 minutes. So I guess I can get into one more. Should we get into one more, chat? I don't have an idea for one more. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna actually brainstorm this time, and I don't want to like keep you guys up. Oh my gosh, chat, I just thought of the biggest one, and it's gonna be at the end of the video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey. Let's get into one more myth, and this is probably one of the juicier ones. Yuji cannot land black flashes at will. We need to stop this propaganda. We need to. Shit. My fault, chat. We need to stop this propaganda. Stop this propaganda. I think the big. Now, I talked about the two different misconceptions from. Wait, it's just. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, chat, I started this hours ago. I don't remember what I said here. Damn. Okay, hold on. I gotta mute this real quick so I can hear what I said. So that he can have a really enhanced body. It's not really him who gave that up, but that's that around. A good example of that is the first thing that I want to go into. And if it's not that, the other side of it is that they won't really understand what's going on in the story. They'll come up with their own conclusion and then spread it around. And if it's not that, the other side of it is that they will hear something and then come to their own conclusion. So basically, they can't read and they come to their own conclusion. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, did I mute this? Okay. I talked about earlier the two different types of misconceptions, and I'm not gonna lie, this fits under both of those. This fits under both of those. Like the first one, like the first one, I think it comes from the fact that Yuji was chaining black flashes, which is super impressive, by the way. I'm not downplaying that. But the second side is people like gassing Yuji. Like imagine a table of I don't know, gassing Yuji. Like gassing Yuji. Like you can imagine those TikToks where they talk about a prime Yuji and they're talking about how Yuji can land a black flash at will. Newsflash, this, like, it's genuinely impossible to do that. Alright, now we gotta go get our proof because I'm remembering stuff off the top of my head, but I don't want to like just completely rely on that. So let's get our you know what I'm saying, let's review the facts. I'm gonna do this off the top. Okay, hold on. 255, 256. Come on. Alright. Personally, I think that interesting, by the way. Huh? Wait, what? Yo, Gojo's on another level, bro. What the hell? Chad, I've never reread this part, like, specifically. Bro, he just said, wait, what? If you load up your fist with curse energy and throw a punch, the curse energy can either strengthen your fist or to wait, isn't that what Yuji does? Like at the beginning? Like with his divergent fist? Isn't that what he does? I don't know, bro. We'll think about that. It's not just okay. On top of that, the blend needs to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just talk about that. Impossible to do that. In chapter 256. In chapter 256, Gojo goes on to tell in chapter 256, Gojo has this like little interview by himself and they're like so and he's explaining why he can't just let off a black flash and he's oh, well, whatever. Wait. Interview by himself. And he's explaining why he can't just let off a black flash. What he says is that there's so many factors that goes into black flashes that it just comes down to luck, even for him. He talks about things like different types of curse energy. He talks about things like different types of cursed energy, and he talks about things like he talks about different things like types of cursed energy when it comes to punching someone or or temperature and humidity and the environment, the physical. the environment, your own physical condition, and your curse energy, and your fuck. The environment, your own physical condition, and your opponent's curse energy. You see, I stop it right here because I know I'm going to put like I'm gonna crop this out specifically, and I'll just put that in. You know what I'm saying? What is it? 6? Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, I just effed it up. Oh my gosh, I gotta go delete that. I meant to type in 6 and I didn't. Well, I'm gonna delete that after. All right, let's wrap this up, okay? Because now we're getting dangerous. 7 means we're entering 35 range, okay? Basically the entire point is that it all comes down to luck. Yuji specifically is like the guy who's chosen by the Sparks of Black, right? We've seen that narrator statement. But Yuji can't just say but Yuji can't just hit a Black Flash as if he's just hitting a regular punch. He can go for it. He can go for it, and maybe he will get it, but it's not 100%. At the end of the day, it's luck. But Yuji has like this specific affinity. Specific affinity for Black Flash. It's never really explained to us. But the closest we got to a statement like this is when Mahito's looking at him and he's like, not Mahito. But the closest statement we got to this, no, it is Mahito. But the closest statement we got to this is when Mahito's looking at him and the narrator says, oh fuck. But the closest statement that we got to this is like when Mahito was staring at him and the narrator says that Yuji was hitting Black Flashes like he was doing it in Yuji was hitting Black Flashes like he was hitting it. Yuji was hitting Black Flashes like he was using it at will, yeah. Yuji was hitting Black Flashes like he was using it at will. It's told to us multiple times that you just can't do it at will, but Yuji's more lucky when it comes to it. Oh, what? Yuji's more lucky when it comes to it. So like for example, if you did some crossverse scaling, and you had Yuji in a fight, he will be more likely to be hitting Black Flashes than literally anyone else in the Jujutsu Kaisen verse. So like if you did like Yuji versus Gon, Yuji can have Black Flash in his arsenal, but if you did Sukuna versus Meruem, Sukuna's not gonna have Black Flash in his arsenal. And that's because Yuji's more likely to shoot a Black Flash, but he can't just do it at will. So with that, I want to wrap up this video because it's getting dangerously. So with that, I want to wrap up this video because it's getting dangerously long. There are definitely more myths that I can go over if you guys want a part 2. There are definitely more myths I can go over. There are definitely more myths I can go over if you guys want a part 2. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. And from here, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like these sections, right? Because it's not a full section. So like when I'm editing, I kind of cope. Guys, this is a little bit of a oh wow, we 40 minutes in. This is a little bit of sauce. I kind of cope when I'm editing, right? Because I will edit like the first half, right, the first 3 edit things were like complete brain off, just straight locked in, right? And then when I reached 4, I'm like, okay, now I have to edit 3 full sections and then 1 half section. And I get to this, I'm like, only 2 full sections left, only 1 full section left, and then I get to this, is, you know what I'm saying, it's a kind of like a coping mechanism to get through it, because editing is the bane of my existence. Honestly, like after deleting scripting, editing is obviously the hardest part, right? Recording is kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I get into the zone, it's kind of fun. Like you guys just saw 40 minutes of me recording, so you know. But yeah, I press this, right? I press save. You can see all of my you see this, guys, all of my recordings right here. Obviously this is not everything because I've deleted like a whole bunch of stuff. JJK Mitts. What? Are they trying to embarrass me? What? I've never seen that before. Chat, what? That's crazy. Bro, I'll be right back. Alright, chat. Let's see if it works this time. JJK Mitts. I just deleted like a whole bunch. Like I showed you guys the list, right? Let's see if it works now. What? Bro, what is going on? Hold up, chat. Alright, chat, it should work now. Boom. Finally. Alright, chat. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man.